All right, great.
Okay, so now we will continue. So this is the name of the main alkanes, but sometimes he will give you a structure and he will ask you to name it. And this is the beginning, actually, and this is the most important. So naming compounds of hydrocarbons. We're starting only with hydrocarbons. Okay, so first, if we have a compound like this, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So we have steps to do it. Okay, the first step, we need to identify the longest chain. Okay, because sometimes we will have a compound like this, sometimes we will have a compound like this. So here we need to identify the longest chain. Longest chain means the longest number of carbons that they are attached to each other. So we have a chain here. This is a chain. Actually, we don't have anything, this is a chain, but here we have two chains. We can move like this by the vertical one, or we can move from this one and go down. And actually, they will be having the same number of carbons. So the main focus here to find the longest one. Okay, if you find the longest one, so we need to start number the chain. But when we number the chain, we will find some compounds outside our chain. So if we take this part to be our chain, so we will find that this compound is not belonging to our chain. This compound or this CH3 will be called a substituent. It will be a branch here. So we have a branch, we have a substituent here. So this substituent is coming out from this carbon. So this carbon should take the lowest number. So we will try to number this chain in order to give this carbon the lowest number as much as can be possible. So here we will number the chain to give the substituent the lowest number. Okay, and then how to write the name of the compound. So we will write the name of the compound like this. First, we will put the number of the substituent, then the name of the substituent. Okay, and we will put dash between the number and the name, and then the name of the chain itself. Okay, so let's try to do one. Okay, here I will try to do this, the first one. So first, we already have the chain, the longest chain, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. So this will be our chain. So we have two ways to number them. We can number from right and we can number from left. If we start number from left, so this one will take 2, right? But if we start number from right, this one will be taking 3. So I will start from left because this will give the substituent the lowest number. So I will start by writing the number of the substituent, which is 2. Now the name is the name of the substituent. Substituent is CH3. And this compound, which is CH3, is called alkyl compound. So if we're having CH3, so it will be one compound, so it will be methyl, and we need to add only the YL, so it will be methyl. If we're having C2H5, so this one will be called ethyl. Okay, and if you're having C3H7, this one will be propyl. Again, we have here the substituent could be any one of these. Okay, first it could be CH3, and CH3 is coming from methane, so this one will be by writing the alkane and replace the ANE by YL. So it will be methyl, and C2H5 is coming to carbon, so it will be ethyl, and C3, it's 3 carbon, so it will be propyl. Okay, so the name of the substituent, it will be methyl. And now the name of the chain. So the name of the chain, we have 4 carbons. So 4 carbons, it's starting with but, right? And we have all single bonds, so it should end with butane. So this one will be called 2-methyl butane. Again, so what we did here, first we choose our chain, and then we number the chain to give the substituent the lowest number. Your substituent will be always one of these. It will be methyl, ethyl, or propyl. Okay, methyl if you have only 1 carbon, CH3, ethyl if you have 2 carbons, and if you have 3 carbons, it will be propyl. So we have here the name of the substituent is methyl, so it will be 2-methyl. And now the name of the chain, we need to count. We have 4, so we need to go back again for this slide. We have 4, so we have but, okay? And it's all single bond between all the carbons, so it will be butane. It will be end by ANE. So it will be 2-methyl butane. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, this one, okay. First, we will choose our chain, and this will be our chain. Okay, I first start counting or numbering from right or left. Actually, there is no difference because this one will take number 2, right? So I will start by the number of the substituent, dash, and the name of the substituent, which is methyl. And then the name of the chain. We have 1, 2, 3. 3, it means it's prop, and we have all single bonds, so it will be propane. Another one. Okay, what is the chain? It will be this one, right? This will be the longest chain, 4 carbon atoms. Okay, now we have 2 substituents. So we will try to number to give both the lowest number as possible. So actually, if we count also from right or left, there is no difference. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will start by writing the number of the 2 substituents because they are identical. They will be the same, right? This CH3 is a methyl group, and also this one is a methyl group. So they are the same substituents. So I will write the name together. So it will be 2, 3, and we have 2 of the methyl. So we will write dimethyl, and the chain will be 4. So it will be butane. Again? No? Any questions?
No, it's good. No,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, so let's take one just little difference here. Okay, so CH3, CH, CH3, CH, C2H5, CH2, CH3. Actually, C2H5 can be written in a different way. It can be written like CH2, CH3. Okay, so it can be written like this or like this. Okay, here if you want to choose the chain, of course, the vertical one will be the longest one. So I will start by counting. Okay, we have 2 branches here. We have 2 substituents, ethyl and methyl, because CH3 is a methyl one, and this one is ethyl, right? Okay, so which way we can count? If we count here, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we start to count from the right, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, the ethyl group will be always number 3, but the methyl will be sometimes it will be 2 or 4. So I will pick 2 because this will make the methyl also the lowest number. So, but here, most of the time we will go with alphabetical. So the alphabetical one should take the lowest number. So if you have the case that the ethyl can take 3 or 2, no, we will go with the ethyl with 2 because ethyl is alphabetical first. So this one should take the lowest one. But actually here the ethyl will take the same number. So there is no difference if we count from right or left. So now I will write the name of this one. So what we are going to do, we will write them alphabetical. So we'll start by writing the ethyl first. If we have 2 different substituents, so we will start by writing the alphabetical first. So I will start with ethyl. So it will be 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, and between any number and a word, you need to put a dash. And then the chain, we have 5. So it's ben, and this alkane, so it will be benzene. Okay. Let's do, okay, do some work here. Okay, stop. Okay, go to the worksheet that I give it to you. Okay, we will do.
Ms. Nahat, can you please send the worksheet again?
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so we will do 5. Okay, and 6, 7. Okay, 5, 6, 7. And maybe we will try with 12. Okay, 5, 6, 7, and 12. You have 1 minute and then we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I think we can. We didn't. Okay, a few seconds. Okay, let's discuss. Okay, for 5, we have CH3, CH2, CH3, and this is a condensed formula of, so you need to only to count the carbon. So 1, 2, 3, so you have 3 carbons, so it should start with propane. So this one will be propane, that's it. Okay, so you need only to count the carbon and it shows the beginning, so it will be propane. For the segment, it will be the condensed formula of, so we need to count here, it's a problem, so you need to count, when you're counting here, it's CH3, CH2 5 times, okay? You have here CH2 corrected, okay, so it's repeated 5 times, and then, so it will be 5, and then CH3, so you have 7 here, so it should start with hept, so this one should be C. Okay, so you have 7 carbons here, so it will be hept. Okay, general formula for alkenes, so it will be CnH2n, so it will be A. Any questions before we go to the next one? No? Okay.
No, thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you.
For 12, is this one, I don't know if you can do it or not, but we'll try. So first we need to pick our chain, so this will be our chain, right? Okay, I will start numbering from right. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We didn't. Okay, so first I will write the number of the branch, which is a methyl group. So it will be 2 methyl. Okay, and then we need to write the double bond. Okay, we didn't say this part yet. Okay, so for the double bond, we need to mention where the double bond will start in that chain. So the double bond will start in the chain at group now at the carbon number 3. So we need to put the number where the double bond will start, which is number 3. And then we write the name of the chain. We have 7, so it will be hept. Okay, and this one is a double bond, so it should belong to alkenes, so it should end with E and E. So it will be heptene. So here it will be 2 methyl 3 heptene. Okay, let's continue again with naming. This is the beginning. I think it will be just a little different, okay, difficult, but after this, inshallah, it will be easy. Okay, for naming, again, if we have a double bond or a single bond like this, okay, CH3, CH, CH, CH3. So we need to name this one. So we have only one chain, we have no branch, we have no substituent here, but we need to count to show where the double bond will be found inside our chain. So we will 1, 2, 3, 4. So the beginning of the double bond at carbon 2, so we will put the number of the double bond, then dash and the name of the chain. We have 4, so it will be bute, and this one is a double bond, so it should end with E and E, butene. Okay, if we have one like this, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH, CH3. We need to name this. Okay, this is a little, okay. So if I start to count here, so number, I want to number, so from 1, 2, 3, from left or from right. Actually, the priority here for the double bond. So the double bond should take the lowest number. So the lowest should goes to the double bond, not for the substituent. So I will start from right. Okay, so it will be number of the branch, which is 4 methyl. Again, number of the double bond, which is 2, and our chain is 5, so it should be bent. And this is the double bond, so it should end with E and E. So again, so it will be the number of the substituent, and then the name of the substituent, if we have a substituent, and then the number of the double bond, and the name of the chain. And the name of the chain here, if we have a double bond, so the name of the chain will be end with E and E. Okay, sometimes we will find the compound like this. Okay, so what is this actually? This one is all having a single bond adds here. This will be a carbon atoms. And between them all, we have a single bond. So this one is alkane. Okay, and we need to name it. So we need to count only the numbers. It will be 5. So it should be pentane. But if we write a pentane like this without difference, so it could be like a chain. So we need to mention that this one is not a chain, this one is a cyclic, so we will write cyclopentane. Okay, so we will need to add a cyclo for each cyclic compound. So we could have also one like this. So this one should start with cyclo, and we need to count the carbon atoms, so it will be 6, so it will be hexane. If we have it like this. And this one is a common question, by the way. Okay, it's a repeated one. So here first we have a substituent. So inside the chain, the substituent will be taking number 1. If you have a double bond, it will take number 1 also. But here the substituent will take number 1. So you can write 1 or you can just not writing. So here it will be methyl. And this one is a cyclo. And we have 4, so it will be butane. So we will write the substituent and we need to add cyclo and then the name of cycle. Okay, so another one, which is also a repeated one. Okay, so for this one also I need to count because I have 2 substituents here. So I will start from the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have at 1, 1, 3. So it will be 1, 3, and we have the same substituent twice, so it will be dimethyl. And again, the name of this compound, so we have cyclo, and this 5, so it will be pentane. So it will be 1, 3 dimethyl cyclopentane. Sometimes a cyclic compound should contain a double bond also, maybe contain a double bond. So if it contains a double bond, okay, it will be drawn like this. So to write the name of this compound, so we need again to write cyclo in the beginning and name to count the number. Yes. Yeah.
The last one that you did, it was 1,3-dimethyl-pentene.
Bentane.
Oh, cyclopentene.
Okay.
Pentane.
Yeah, bentane.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so this one will be a cyclo, and we need to count the number. Of course, double bond will always will between 1 and 2. If you have a cyclic compound, so the double or the triple bond which will be 1 and 2 always. So it will be cyclo, and here 5, so it will bend, and this one contain a double bond, so it will be end with ene, so it will be bentene. Okay, we could have substituent inside this one, so it may be like this. So I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one will be 3 methyl. And we can put the number of the double bond or not, because it will be always at 1. So you can put 1 or not. Okay, cyclo and bent, because it's 5 and it's a double bond. So it should end with ene. So cyclopentene. Okay, some of the compounds will contain a triple bond. So how to name it? It will be the same if we have a triple bond, but the end it will be ine. Okay, so it will be the end of our name. So if we have a compound like this, CH3, CH3. Okay, so we'll start by numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. At the beginning of the triple bond, it will be at number 2. So we need to write the number where the triple bond starts. So it will be 2, and we have 4, so it's butene, and we will end by YNE. So it will be 2-butene. We could have a compound like CH, okay, CH, CH3, CH3. So I will start numbering by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one is right, which one is wrong? With the black or red? Okay, from right, from left. Okay, so we mainly care about the triple bond. So the triple bond should take the lowest number. So we will need to take from left, even if the substituent will take a lowest number. So I don't care about substituent. My priority here is the triple bond. So we will take from the left, not from the right. Okay, so it will be first, we will start by writing the substituent. So it will be 4 methyl, and then we will write the number of the double bond, which is 2, and the chain it's 5, so it's ben, and the triple bond should end with ine, so butene, no, bentine, sorry. Okay.
Miss, is this still alkane?
This, okay, we'll take, this one is alkyne. I'm moving between alkane, I finish alkane, and this alkenes and this alkyne.
Okay.
Okay, you get confused.
No, I was just writing, so I wanted to know if it was alkene or alkyne.
Okay. Let's go to the worksheet. Okay, 14, 17, you have 17, you have 18. Okay, do the 3. Okay, so it will be 14, 17, and 18. You have 1.5 minutes. It will be enough. 14.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. Okay. Okay. 14, 17, and 18.
1, 17, and 18.
14, 17, 18.
Okay, thank you.
Come on. Okay, finished or not? Not yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with 14. Okay, which one did you pick for 14? A, B, C, D. Give me.
C.
C. Okay, nice. So if you start to solve it, it will be 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So you have a substitute at 1 and 4. So it will be 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexene. Right. Okay. So you can solve the questions, and most of the tahsili questions don't have to solve it actually. Why? Okay. First, we have a cyclo here. So we should only take the one with cyclo. That's it. Okay. Okay, so you need all, yeah, because this one don't have cyclo, so we can take it, and also we can take it. So this one, so it will be only C. Okay, so with 17. Okay, which one did you pick for 17?
A.
A, nice. Yeah, A. So it will be 1, 2, always a double bond. It will be 1, 2. So it will be 1, 2 dimethyl and cyclo. Here we have a lot of cyclo, so you need to make sure that you will pick also with number, because if you have a substituent, so each one of them should have a number, and we don't have any numbers here, so this one should be the right one. Okay, for 18, the name of this compound. A, B, C, D.
C.
Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, so we have only one substituent, and this one was cyclo. There is no cyclo except this one, so it will be C. Okay, now we will start with benzene compound, which is aromatic compound. Any questions? Okay.
No. Sounds good.
Okay, so now, so we finished the aliphatic, which is hydrocarbons, aliphatic, alkane, alkenes, and alkynes. Now we will start with aromatic, which is contain benzene ring, and we know that the benzene ring is contain of 6 carbons and 6 hydrogen. It's C6H6. So this is the benzene section. And actually we have 3 triple bond, double bond, and the 3 single bonds. So they will be alternative. So they will be moving inside. We have a resonance here. They will moving inside the ring. So they can be drawn like this. That's why we will draw the benzene ring as a cycle inside. So because we have a resonance and the bond will be moving from its place. Okay, so if you have a benzene ring and we want to name the compound. So first we need to number the ring, of course, because the substituent should take the lowest number and write the name number of the substituent if we have a substituent. Okay, and the name of the substituent, and then benzene with no ring, with no cycle, because we know that this one is a cycle compound. Okay, so this one. So we have only one substituent, so it will be at one number one, so we could write one or no, so it will be methyl benzene. Okay, we could have so this one will be 1, 2, we have dimethyl benzene. And that's it for benzene. Okay, we could have a lot of substituents, so we need only to number them and write benzene. Okay, before moving from this part, I need to write a small thing here. Okay, the simplest compound, because sometimes he will ask about it. I can delete. Okay, simplest compound of each one of them. For alkane, it's methane, which is CH4. This is the simplest one. For alkenes, it's ethene, which is C2H4. And this one also has a common name, and its common name is ethylene. And the simplest compound in alkyne is ethine, and this one C2H2, and it also have a common name, which is acetylene. Okay, so you should know this. So for alkane, we have methane, which is the simplest one, CH4. The simplest one for alkene is ethene, which is also called ethylene. And the simplest one for alkyne is ethine, which is also called acetylene. Okay, we will go to take 1 or 2 exercise for benzene, and then we'll continue. Oh no, I don't want a prom.
Miss, on the top
yeah.
right, you wrote simplest what?
Simplest compound for an alkane
Oh,
or alkenes or alkynes. Okay. No, we didn't have one for this. Okay. Okay, we have only 21. Remember that the alphabetical rule, which one was alphabetical should take the lowest number if you can. I think this one is easy. You can solve it without solving it. Didn't finish?
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
is it?
Yeah, nice. Let's see. Yeah, because actually, if we start to number, so we should taking 1 and 2, 3, 4. This will give the ethyl the lowest number, and also the 2 methyl. And we can't find any numbers except in C, so we can't write 2 or 3 substituent without number, so it will be only C. Yeah, nice. Okay, now we will start with substituted hydrocarbons. So what is the meaning of substituted hydrocarbons? It means that we will replace the hydrogen in the hydrocarbon and put another group. And this group, what we are going to add to the compound, it will be called a functional group. So we need to, we'll have different groups. We need to know the functional group and how to name each one of them. So the first one, it will be halides. So to produce halides, it means that we need to substitute a hydrogen and put a halogen, which is Cl or F or Br or I. This will be called a halide. And we have two kinds of halides. Alkyl halide or aryl halides. Don't care about names. Aryl halides would contain a benzene with halogen, but here it will be having a chain like alkanes with halogen. So here we will having alkanes or maybe alkyne or alkenes, but here we will having a benzene with halogen. The functional group in each one of them. What is the meaning of the functional group? It's the new group that you are used it or you used it or you replaced it with the hydrogen in this compound, and the new group, it will be the halogen. And we will give it X. Okay, so it will be represented by X. So this will be the new group, which is the functional group here. The most important thing to name these compounds, and actually it will be the same rules. So we need to choose or identify the chain, the longest chain. We need to give, sorry, the substituent, the lowest number, and substituent here, it will be Cl or F or Br or I. And to write the name of each one of them, we'll make just a replacement. For the chlorine, it will be called chloro. Fluorine, it will be called fluoro. Bromine, it will be called bromo. And iodine, it will be called iodo. Okay, so for each one of them, we will make a replacement by the last part and add RO. So it will be chloro or fluoro or bromo or iodo. And again, we need to take care of the alphabetical if we have different substituents. So we need to give the lowest number for the one to be written in alphabetical first. Okay, let's take an example here. If we have CH3.
Can you go back for a second? I just want to take a screenshot.
I'm sorry, yeah.
That's okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so CH3, CH3, we have 2 Cl here. So it seems that we have only one chain. This is the longest one with 4 carbons. And if we try to number them, again, it will no difference from the right or left. So we have 2 substituents, which is 2 chlorine atoms, and they are at 2 and 3. So I will write 2 and 3, and we have 2 chlorine. So it means that we need to write dichloro, okay? And then the name of the chain, we have 4, so it will bute, and it's a single bond, so it will be butane. So it will be 2,3-dichlorobutane. Okay, you have this one, and this one also is a common one. It's a very repeated one. Okay, so we have a chain of 2 carbons. If we number them, it will be 1 and 2. At number 1, we have 2 substituents. Each one of them should have a number. So it will be 1, 1, 2, and 2. Okay, so for each substituent, it should have a number. So it will be 1, 1, 2, 2. We have 4 fluorine, so it will be tetrafluoro. And that chain, we have only 2 carbons, so it will be ethane. So it would be 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrafluoroethane. We could have a chain like this. It would be a cyclic, and we have Cl and Br maybe. Okay, so again, we need to, it's a cyclic one, so we need to number. Okay, so which one will be alphabetical first? It seems that bromo will be first, so bromo should take the lowest number, so it will be 1 and 2. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 1 bromo, 2 chloro, and this one is cyclohexane, and it's not benzene. Okay, benzene, it will be like this. Okay, so they are not equal here. This one is cyclohexane, it's not benzene. Let's take another one. Okay, how to name this one? Do I start a number from right or from left? Right or left? It's according to left, right? Because Umin should take the lowest number. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 2 bromo, 3 methyl, and the name of the chain 4. So it will be butane. Let's stick with benzene. Okay, for this one, so it will be only bromo benzene. If we have, we can give it number 1 or not. Okay, if we have 2 substituents, in that case, we need to, let's take more than 1. Yeah, okay. Now here we need to number each one of them, and we know that bromine should take the lowest number. So I will start with bromine 1, 2, 3. So it will be 1, 3, di, bromo, 2, chloro, benzene. And this will be the naming of halides. Let's take examples. Oh, sorry. Keep. Okay, we can take 19. And 15. 15 and 19. Finished?
Yeah.
Okay. For 15, A, B, C, D.
Was it C?
Yeah,
C.
yeah, right, C. Okay, nice. And 19?
I said chlorocyclobenzene.
Okay, benzene will not taking cyclo because we know that benzene is a cyclo. So we are not putting cyclo with benzene, never.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it will be A. Chlorobenzene, that's it. Okay, so don't put cyclo with benzene. Okay. Okay, so this will be for halides. Of course, so cyclohexane, it's not cyclohexane, it's not cyclobenzene, and it's not hexane, so this one will be the right one. Okay, 20, I will do it with you now. Okay, for 20, it will be starting from 1, 2, 3. So it will be 1, 2 dibromo, 3 chloro, right? So we need to search for 1, 2 dibromo, 3 chloro.
But
Yes, it will be D, and there is no cycle. Okay. Okay, now we will start with alcohols. So this is the second substituted hydrocarbons. So for alcohols, we will replace the hydrogen with hydroxyl group, OH. That's why the general formula for alcohol will be ROH. So the functional group here will be hydroxyl group. And actually to name alcohol, it will be from the ending of alcohol. So most of the compound will be ended by OL. But we have two kinds of alcohols that we need to name. The first, that it contains only one hydroxyl group, and the second, which contains more than one. Okay, let's start which contain one hydroxyl group, how to name it. Okay, so if we have CH3, CHOH, CH3. So how do you know this is an alcohol? Because it's contain hydroxyl OH. So what we need to do, the same steps again, we need to identify the chain, the longest one, and we need to number this chain to give the hydroxyl group the lowest number. Okay, so always the functional group should take the lowest number. So it will be 1, 2, 3. So I will write the name or the number of the functional group, which is 2, and then I will write the chain, it will be 3, so it will be prop. Okay, and here we will write alcan, and we will add all. This is L, I'm sorry. Okay, so we will only remove the E and write OL. So it will be propanol. So the name of this alcohol will be alkanol. So we will only remove the E and put OL. So it will be 2-propanol. If we have a substituent, so we will write the name of the substituent first, and then we will write the name of the alcohol. Let's take more example for this part before starting with the second one. The CH3, CH, CH3, CHOH, CH3. So here I will start number from right, because this will give the hydroxyl group the lowest number. I will start by writing the number of the substituent or the branch, which is CH3. So it will be 3-methyl, and the name of the number of the hydroxyl, which is 2. And here our chain is 4, so it will be butanol. So it will be 3-methyl-2-butanol. Our alcohol could be also a cyclic one, so it will be like this, maybe like this. Okay, so here the hydroxyl will be number 1. So here we need to write cyclo, and then so it will be cyclo, and then alcanol. So it will be cyclo, and this one is 6, so it will be hexanol. If we have a substituent, so we will write the number of the substituent first. Okay, so maybe we have, and most of the time we ask about this one actually, because most of the girls will be mixed between phenol, which is like this, with benzene, and cyclohexanol. If we have more than OH in the group or in the compound, how to name it? So if we have like CH3, CHOH, CHOH, CH3. Again, it's the same, but the final would be, write the name of, or the final steps will be different. So we need to write the numbers of the hydroxyl group, OH, and then we will write the name of the chain. And here we will put di or tri or tetra according to the number of the hydroxyl, and then all. Okay, let's do this one. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will have 2 and 3. And here we have the chain of 4. So it will be butane. Okay, and we have 2. Also it will be butane diol. Let's take another one. CH3, CH. Oh, let's, no, I have a, sorry. This one is also a repeated question. Okay, so it will be 1, 2, 3. So it will be 1, 2, 3, and the chain is 3. So it will be propan, and we have here 3, which will be propan triol, propan triol. And this one has a common name, I think you know it, which is glycerol. So here what we need to do to write the name of the compound or the alcohol that contain more than OH, only write the numbers of the hydroxyl group, the name of the chain, which is alkane, and then with no E, and then di, tri, tetra, and the end it will be OR. Okay, 25. And 32, 33. Okay, so 25, 32, 33. And maybe 31 also. So 25, 31, 32, 33.
Miss, for 32, there are like 3 of the same options, so I don't know, like it's all butanol.
No, they are not the same. You need to look for
For me, there isn't a 1 or a 2, that's why.
Oh, okay. Okay, listen. You finished, right? Not yet?
Yes.
Okay. For 25, he asked about cyclopentanol. So bent is 5 carbons and all contain OH. So we need only to look for the 5 carbons with OH. So it will be this one, which is A. Right? Okay. For 31, which one is alcohol? Questions? Okay. Which one is alcohol? So it's alcoholic means it will be containing hydroxyl group. So it will be A, because this is the only one with hydroxyl, and this is a different functional group. We will talk later about it. Okay. 32, we have a compound here, and which one is, okay, we need only 2 numbers. It will be 1, 2. So the hydroxyl group should take number 2. We are looking for number 2. So it will be 2, and it's ending with OL because it's alcohol. So it will be D, 2-butanol. 33, he asked which one is 1 for cyclohexadiol. Okay. Cyclo, so the oral cycle, so cyclohexa, so it's not benzene, so we need to remove these parts. Okay, so they are not here. Okay, so first we need to only choose one, A or B. So we need 2 numbers, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 1, 2, 3, so it will be A. Okay. Okay, we have 15 minutes, so I will move to another group. Okay, let's take ether. Okay, so number 3, I will only talk about naming the properties, the physical properties, and uses. We can summarize them in the table later, okay? But naming is the most important now. Okay, so we have ether. We'll talk about ether. The functional group in ether, it will be O in the middle between 2 carbons, and this also called an ether group. So it means that the formula for these compounds will be ROR. It means we have carbons here and oxygen in the middle, and then carbon. Okay, so this will be ether. So for ether, we will have oxygen. It will be bonded to 2 carbons or 2 different chains from 2 different sides. How to name these compounds? Actually, here we are using the common way for naming, and it's a very easy one, because if we having R or R prime here, so they will be, these 2 groups should be identical or different. We need only to name them. They will be alkyl group. So it means that they will end with YL. Okay, and if they are identical, so we will write di-alkyl ether. If they are not, so we will write the first one and the second according to the alphabetical order, and then ether. That's it. So let's take one. So if we're having CH3 or CH3, so we know that CH3 is a methyl group and they are identical, so it will be dimethyl ether. And this is the simplest ether, okay? And the first, we could have CH3, CH2, or CH2. This one is a very repeated question also. This one will be diethyl ether. Why it's diethyl ether? Because this group is 2 carbons, so this one is ethyl and this one is ethyl. They are identical, so it will be diethyl ether. Compound also could be, you could have like CH3 or CH2, CH3. Now they are not identical. We have a methyl and we have ethyl here. These 2 carbons, so this is ethyl and this is methyl. How to name it? First, we will write the ethyl first. It will be ethyl, methyl, ether. So this will be the naming of ether. Number 4, before taking questions for this, amines. And amines is one of the important groups, actually. The general formula for amine, it will be RNH2. So it means that we have nitrogen. NH2, it will be our functional group. So the functional group for this compound will be NH2, and it's called amine. To name amines group, so it will be compounds like CH3, CH2, NH2, and so on. How to name it? Actually, we have two parts also like alcohols here. The first part, if we're having only one NH2 inside the compound, and if we have more than one NH2, like the alcohols, okay? If we have only one inside the alcohol, or sorry, inside the amine compound, like CH3, CH, NH2, CH3. So we need only to number the chain and write the number of the amine groups. It will be 1, 2, 3. So it will be 2. And we have two ways here. We can write 2 and, okay, let me write it here. Number, and we can write the alkane and then amine. Okay, or we can write number, okay, amino alkane. Okay, so we have two different ways to write. So we can write the name of the number and then alkane amine or amino alkane. And actually he can ask by any one of them. So to name this one, so it will be 2. We have 3, so it will be propane amine. And we need to drop the E, of course. And here it can be called 2-amino propane. And you both right. Let's take another example before take more than NH2, like CH3, CH2, CH, NH2, CH3. Okay, so I will number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 2, and the chain is 4, so it will be butane amine or 2-amino butane. So this if we have only one NH2 inside the compound. So if you have more than NH2, so we have 2 or 3 or 4 NH2, how to name the compound? So if we have more than NH2, so again, we will write the numbers of the amine, and then we will write alkane, and here we will write di, tri, tetra, amine. Or we can do the same number, and here di, tri, tetra, amino, and then alkane. And both are right. Okay, let's take CH3, oh no, CH2, NH2, CH2, CH2, and H2. So if you want to name this one, so it will be 1, 2, 3. So we have amines at 1 and 3. So it will be 1, 3, and we can do di, amino, and the chain is 3, so it will be propane. Or 1, 3, propane, diamine. This one, CH, NH2, NH2, CH2, CH2, CH. Okay, so I will start here 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1, 1, 4, 4, tetra, amino, and we have 4, so it will be butane. Or 1, 1, for 4-butane tetraamine. Let's take a few examples in this one. Okay, keep. Okay, for ether and amine, so 35, 36. Okay, what is amine? 35, 36, and yeah, 43, and maybe, okay, 45 or 44. Okay, finished? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So for 35, okay, for 35,
I said
will
it was
be,
B.
yes, nice. Okay. Anyone, if you want to ask, just raise your hand or go ahead and talk, okay? 36. Oh, we didn't take 36, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We didn't start with it, okay. Okay, 43.
Was it D?
D, yeah, amine, because H2 is called amine, nice. Okay, 44. Okay, you need only to see the numbers that you have. So if you want to compound, it will be like this: CH2, CH2, CH2. We have 1, 2, 3, and we have here NH2, and we have NH2. So the number of the NH2 it will be 1 and the 3, and actually they all 1 and the 3, and you have di, okay, but the chain is 1, 2, 3, it's a propane. So we have the chain 3 carbons, so it's a propane, so it should be B. So it will be 1,3-diaminopropane, and only chooses because the chain is 3 carbons, so it should be propane. Okay, 45. The name of this compound is, okay, this one is the longest one. I want to draw this. Okay, it will be CH3, and then you have CH2 3 times. I will draw it like that: CH2, CH2 3 times, and then you have CH, which has an H2, and then you have the last one, which is CH3. So if you start numbering, so I will start number from this one or from right, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 2 for the amine group, so it will be 2, and we have the chain 6, so it means it's hex. So we have hex, so this one should be this one or this one, because the chain is 6 carbon atoms, so it will be hexane, and we can take it without number for the amine group, so it should be 2 aminohexane. Any questions? No?
No, thank you.
Okay,
I have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
So you have to have numbers in everyone except the ethers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. We can take one more group, or you can stop. It's up to you. Okay.
Yeah, I think we can take one more.
Okay, let's do it. So this will be one. I think this one will be 4 or 5. So this one will be carboxylic acids. And the carboxylic acid, we have a functional group, and the functional group for the carboxylic acid will be a carboxyl group, and the carboxyl group will be having the formula C bond OH. Okay, so this can be written like this, COOH. This one is called a carboxyl group, and the carboxyl group will be having a carboxylic acid. It will contain from this compound, or this group, which is called a carbonyl group, and this one we called it a hydroxyl group. So it consists of 2 functional group actually. Okay, a carbonyl group, which is CO, and OH, which is hydroxyl group. And the general formula for the carboxylic acid will be RCOOH. So if you see COOH, this means it's a carboxylic acid. How to name the carboxylic acid? First, you need also to pick the chain, and number 1 will be always the carboxylic group. Okay, so the carboxyl group should be always number 1. Okay, it will be on the left or on the right, so you need to start from the carboxyl group. And you will write the alkane, and we will remove the O or the E, and we will put the end for the carboxylic acid, which is IOIC. So it will be alkanoic. Okay, so let's take CH3, CH2, COOH. So it will be always number 1. We have no substituents, so I don't have to write any numbers. So we're having 1, 2, 3 carbons. So 3 carbons, it will be propane, and I will put the end for the carboxylic acid, which is OIC. So it will be propanoic acid. And sometimes he add acid, and sometimes he didn't add it. Okay. CH3, COOH. This one is the smallest, or no, it's not the smallest. We have one smaller than this one. So it will be 2. So it means ethanoic acid. So this one is ethanoic acid. And this one has a common name. It's called acetic acid. And you need to memorize the common name. And we have the simplest one, HCOOH. This one only contains 1 carbon. It means it comes from the meth. So it will be methanoic acid. And also it has a common name, which is formic acid. So when you see the COOH, it means this one is a carboxylic acid. You need only to add the end OIC or OIC for the alkane, so it will be propanoic acid or ethanoic acid or methanoic acid. And of course, if you have a substituent, you need to name the substituent first. Let's take one with the substituent. CH3, CHBr, maybe CH2, COOH. Okay, this one with a substituent here. So I will start always from this one. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 3 bromo, and 4, it means butanoic acid. Okay, let's take examples for this one. Okay, 49. Seems that I don't have a lot of acids here. No. No, actually we have only this one, 49, and this one is very simple one. This compound is CHAC-COOH. Okay, of course you have here COOH, it's a carboxyl group, so it means this one is a carboxylic acid. Okay, so we will stop. Inshallah, if you want to, if you have time, okay, let me stop recording first. Okay.